Good morning and welcome back to the Star Citizen Alpha. Welcome to the Stanton system. We're going to jump into some more adventures today, but before we do, if you enjoy the video, please like. If you want to see more content, please subscribe. And if you are not yet a member of the Star Citizen community, please check out that code in the upper left of the screen. That is going to make sure that you get an additional 5,000 starting currency, and it's going to get a few benefits for the channel as well. So I appreciate if you do that. For now though, let's go ahead and jump into today's adventure. Alright guys, something a little bit different tonight. I've had a lot of comments recently in my video about what ships I currently have in my hangar that talked about the 315 from Origin, and basically saying that I didn't give it a proper chance, that I was doing things wrong with it, that basically it could have been a lot better ship than I thought. So what the heck, I decided to rebuy it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give it another chance, and we're going to see how it goes. So let's head on down here and let's bring it out. Pad 7. That's this side, yep. Let's put a helmet on before we head into the airlock. There we go. Alright, 7's right down this way. Now, my complaint was never with the look of the ship. I think it's a beautiful looking craft. Alright, in we go. And I did get the wood paneling with all of the extras. So the clock does display real world time as per what my computer shows. Got a little picture there, a coffee machine, speaker, food maker. Now I really hope one day that these are actually going to provide us with food and drink, because at the moment they don't seem to do so. Oh wait, make coffee. Maybe it does. So did this actually make anything? Not that I can see. But that has made coffee. Okay then. Okay, that is something that I did not get working before. So still, how do I get this to work? Right, use makes it spin around. I would assume then that there should be something in there, but there doesn't seem to be. Okay, 1 for 2 on that one. Now, none of this was the issue that I had with the ship before. Let's go ahead and lift off. Alright, let's have a look here now. Now, my issue before was with where I could actually get to on a tank of fuel. Alright, so that right there shows that I made a mistake before, because previously I could not complete that jump. I did not have enough fuel. And now I think I realize why. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump out of game and over to the website, and I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so here we are on the RSI website. I've gone ahead and pulled up the 315p, and what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the buying options, and we're going to go down here to this section that says Customize. Now, while this is loading, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This is amazing, and it is criminal that they're not using this more. More ships need to have these options. I guess you could say it's an Origin thing, but at the very least, the rest of the Origin ships should have them. I'd love to be able to customize an 890 with my own patterns and colors and all of that kind of stuff. But I'd love to see a lot more companies in the game use this as well. So the first thing you can look at is you can adjust your hull color, so basically your paint job. I do think the one I went with in game was the Sterling. Big fan of Archers, so couldn't bypass a chance to have a Sterling paint job there. The cockpit pattern starts out with the gray, but you can change it to I changed it to wood on mine, but you could have a carbon fiber or a gloss blue or something like that. The yoke, so that's your steering wheel, can either be a standard, which is what I kept, or a sport, which is just slightly different styling. Same with the seat. You have the normal seat, or you have a deeper kind of bucket racing seat for sport. That can be black leather as is normal, or the premium white leather, or brown leather. Your cockpit finish then, I chose wood for that, although to be honest, that doesn't change a great deal. It really only changes the little Origin logo in the top of the chair. If you notice there, when I turn it red, you can see it there. You can adjust your bedding back here. I'm going to skip over that bit, and we're going to have a look at the decorations. So this is all the stuff I was talking about just a couple minutes ago. So none of that really affects anything. I'm going to jump back up here now, and here, the packages. This is where I went wrong, and this is where I feel that this customization kind of lets us down just a bit. So basically, you have three packages: Classic, XC, and GT. It gives you a list of components, and it gives you a little bit of a description here. About to make an entrance in an impact, fixtures, ballistic Gatling guns, tractor beam. It does mention here that it's a military-grade quantum drive, but it doesn't really tell you what that means. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull up a chart here that I found online. If I can find the original creator, I will try to attribute them below. What I've done on this, though, is I've highlighted the three drives that come in these three sets. You have the Goliath in the Classic, which is that top one. You have the Siren, which is down towards the bottom of the page. And then you have the Colossus, which is just below the Goliath. Now then, to explain this chart, what you've got is that the top of the page is going to be the slowest quantum speed. Bottom is going to be the fastest. Furthest to the left is the longest distance. Furthest to the right is the shortest distance. Now, based on that, you can see that the Goliath and the Colossus are both in group 1, which means that they are some of the slower drives, but they have a very good range. The Siren, however, is in group 4, which is the fastest drives with the shortest range. Now, I did not take away from this description that the military-grade quantum drive was going to mean that my fuel economy was going to, well, go down the toilet, basically. So, at the end of the day, yes, that is my mistake for not understanding how the drives work. I do think, though, that it should be explained a little bit better when you're buying this ship. Now then, based on that, though, I have now tried out the ship again. I enjoy the ship. I like the ship. It has distance now. It has range. And I will very soon be trying out some combat in the ship to see what I think of it from that aspect. So at the end of the day, yes, it turns out it was my bad on that one. Thank you all for the comments in the video about my fleet that explained that to me. I appreciate it. I'm glad that I gave it another try, and I'm glad that I put it back in my fleet. Comment below if you have any other comments or questions. Like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more of my content as it comes out. And until next time, enjoy the verse.